What's up, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris. So it's time for what I've been melting. This is 1 week's worth of melts from Monday to Sunday. And I had an okay week. Yeah, it wasn't fantastic. What I had done was I had tried to pull things because I had watched a video Martha did on her melting basket for October. So I said, I like that idea. And I went and I pulled like spooky names and October-y type vibes. I don't know. I'm just, I'm kind of disappointed. Like I wish, well, I still can. I want to go back in my stash and pull other stuff now because I'm limited now on what I have left that I pulled, and I want to melt my stuff. This is why I don't do a melting basket generally, because I find I want all the options available. I want all the things. So therefore I don't know. I'm just yakking. Anyway, it was an okay melting week. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sort this stuff all out by vendor. I do have Scentsy in here as well because I'm trying to make a point to melt Scentsy once every week throughout the house, so that I can start melting through the inventory that I have of Scentsy. Or shouldn't say inventory, the stash, because it's not inventory. I don't sell what I have. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and melt through this, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, everything's sorted out, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with Scentsy first. And first one up is Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. Now, Warm Pumpkin Drizzle was scent of the month, October 2022. This used to be in my club. It's no longer in my club. I became a consultant in August of 22. So this is one of the first, my first dives into the Scent of the Month Club. One of the first, because there was one in September, and I don't remember what it was. But anyway, let's talk about Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. These are scent notes are warm cloves, comfy cozy pumpkin with a drizzle of sweet maple syrup. Now, this used to be a love, and not so much anymore. This is why I encourage people, don't go crazy on hoarding your wax and adding more to it, because our nose changes. And this, case in point, it's just not a love. It's okay. It's pumpkin-y and spicy. I didn't get the same feeling I got when I first smelled it, when I first used to warm it. It's a sweet pumpkin spice scent. There's just nothing special about it, is what I want to say. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Spicy. Not like cinnamon. More like nutmeg and cloves. With a more of a fresh pumpkin-y note. And I did not pick up the maple syrup drizzle. It's just sweet. Sweet, spice, pumpkin. This one here, Fearless by Nature. Now, Martha from Martha's Fragrance Corner had sent this one to me. This is from the Frozen 2 collection, and I absolutely love it. This is a heartbreak for me because back when I had a club, well, I have a club now, but my original club, this was in it. And I used to ship my clubs every 3 months, every quarter, it would ship. But what I used to do was I used to pull out any of the current scents and let the anything retired ship. I forgot to put it back in. Well, not that I forgot. I didn't forget. When I was putting the stuff back in, I inadvertently put in a Star Wars bar. And I want to say it was the Mandalorian. I don't know how it happened. I don't know. So I lost Fearless by Nature. Anyway, Martha had sent me this one. I think I have a few more on hand. If I do see this in a clearance or a flash sale, whatever, I will pick up a few more bars because this bar is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. Oh, it is, well, I'm going to read you Scentsy's description, and you know how that goes. Yeah. Brave the journey with unwavering loyalty, traversing wildflowers and sage as you navigate the woods. Guys, this is so pretty. Oh my God. Every time I smell it, and it's just like, oh. I pick up like a little lemony note here. It's just, it has a little bit of an herbal note to it, little lemon, and there's a sweet, bright, woody note in it. And it's just, it's so pretty. It's a bright, woody, because usually woody can come off a little earthy, right? And I don't want to label this as a sweet wood because I don't want you thinking it smells like cedar, because it doesn't really smell like cedar either, or sandalwood. It's just, it's a almost maybe like a driftwood, right? It's a little brighter. It's just so, so beautiful. That woody note, the brightness to this, with a little bit of an herbal type vibe. That could be probably the mixture of the sage and wildflowers, because it's not floral. It's just pretty. And that's Fearless by Nature. And that was our Frozen 2 collection. It is stunning. This one here, this has always been a love of mine. And I'm so sad. Again, here's where I say our nose changes. Even though I love the scent notes in here, the wax didn't thrill me, okay? And I have since removed it from my club, and it is retired. I was going to do a club edit, and as I was doing it and pulling stuff out and talking about it, my whole train of thought got screwed up, and I was looking for information, and it just got to be really messy, and I thought, forget it. I says, I'm not doing the club edit video because this is a hot mess. And then I got a phone call interrupted. It didn't do the edit video. So I just recently removed this one from my club, and that is Autumn Sunset. This is apples, pumpkins, fall leaves, and spices. It was so spicy. It was too spicy. Cinnamon. I love cinnamon, but this was predominant. It took over the wax. It took over the apple note. It took over the pumpkin note. And it took over the leaves. I didn't get that, just the earthiness that leaves give to a wax. I didn't get it. I got cinnamon heavy with the apple and pumpkin in the background. Leaves were non-existent. So therefore, my nose is itching now, sorry. Yeah. I removed it from my club, but that is Autumn Sunset. Some of you may still have it in your club and enjoy it still. And that's fine. This one here, don't know how. And I looked for it when I was doing my club edit. I should just check one more time. Let me check one more time. Let me see if I could sign in quickly to my Scentsy club. When I warmed it, I thought, oh, I'm pretty sure I put this in my club. I love it. This smells so good. And I don't know why, but I feel like On my iPad, it's a little slower. Might just navigating it. I'm not an Apple girl. I am a Android, Samsung girl. So when I get on my iPad, I get all confused between the platforms. All right. It's going to make me sign in. That's why if I'm on my computer, it goes quicker, you know? All right, let's check out the Scentsy Club. I'm going to have to sign into this, I'm sure. Edit your subscription. Yep. Oh. Oh, it saved it. Good. Okay. I'm going to see, but I do not believe. Oh, it is. Oh, thank God. However, I only got one bar. Okay. Oh, happy days. Happy days. I already talked about Autumn Sunset. Let me go to this bar. And you're probably like, what the hell is she talking about? Tell us what the wax is. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my ADD brain kind of going all over. Cinnamon Woods. Oh, is this beautiful. Holy cow, is this pretty. This is notes of Bartlett pear, cinnamon bark, and sugared woods. Oh my God. The sugared woods in here, that woods is just so beautiful. It almost pulls a little bit of a bakeryness to it without being bakery. So you got these very rustic woods, but it's very sweet, and not sweet again like cedar, sweet like sugary sweet with that Bartlett pear. Oh, just adding the right amount of that sweet, so it takes away the sugar sweet, and it's more of it's not fruity at all. You don't smell fruit. It's just a different level of sweetness in the cinnamon bark. Oh my God, this is stunning. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's why. And then I ran to because when I saw I only had one bar, because most of my club bars are just a single bar. I don't really need more than a single bar. Especially since, yeah, I don't. Generally, I do one clam per room. This one here, did it in my bedroom. Oh gosh, it was beautiful. And I think it was my only bar. So I will not be able to melt this again till I ship my club, which my intent is to ship next year toward the end of summer, like around August. That will restock all my fall scents. I will ship my bi-monthly or quarterly, I'm sorry. So I'll only get one bar. It is what it is. If it ever comes in a flash sale, I'll pick up maybe two, just so I could have a little cushion, right? Not no bars, but a cushion, and I don't want an excessive bars. I just want a cushion. Anyway, Cinnamon Woods. Beautiful. All right, that is all I have for Scentsy. So let's move on to vendor wax. I did one Nolles Farm scents. I don't know how I forgot about it when I was pulling my October type wax, because I gotta have some bakery in there, and I'm very limited on bakery. I don't have a lot of bakery because I wasn't really much of a bakery girl until things started to change, and now I enjoy bakery much more. However, I really only like it in here. I like it in my office space, and I like it in my office at work. I do have variety of stuff at work, but I like bakery in my office space. And in my kitchen, depending. It depends on what I am melting in the living room, because those two rooms are kind of like, they're kind of open to each other, which you will see, because heads up, this is a little FYI, I did film my fall warmer tour today, and that will be out tomorrow. So look for that. So yeah, you kind of see what I'm talking about when I say this. So I don't always melt bakery in the kitchen, because they kind of connect to the living room. So it depends on what I'm melting. Anyway, Nolles Farm Scents Pumpkin Pie Pound Cake. Right now, by far, this is my favorite pumpkin scent. You guys, when he pours pumpkin pie pound cake, do yourself a favor and pick some up if you like pumpkin. Ugh. Every time I smell this, the vision I get is you got a pumpkin pie, that the actual part of the pumpkin pie that makes it a pumpkin pie. It's that beautiful pumpkin puree that has been seasoned with sugar and spice and oh my God. And I know it says pound cake, but I swear I get crust. Well, because it's pumpkin pie pound cake. It's pumpkin pie and it's just amazing. There is it's vanilla pound cake, pumpkin souffle, and pumpkin pie. I can't really say you're picking up spice, but you know you are smelling pumpkin pie. I love it. It's creamy and you get like a vanilla note in here. It's amazing. I love, 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 love his pumpkin pie pound cake. So keep your eye open for that one. All right. So that was the only one I did from Nolles. Okay. Next up. This one here. Oh, we're going to go to L3. Oh my God, not L3. Lavender and Speckles. This one here is Smoked Pumpkin Marshmallow. Smoked Pumpkin Marshmallow is pumpkin apple type, blended with fireside marshmallow and smoky firewood. No, I'm even smelling it on cold. I am picking up, this smells like lipstick to me. This is her olive oil formula, and I did it in my bedroom, and all I could smell was like lipstick. You know that smell you can get from a lipstick? It's like a cross between lipstick and a little bit of a chapstick balm type smell. Now, I'm hesitant to say that it is the olive oil wax, because I've had fantastic throw with her olive oil wax and good luck with it. This is more like, yeah, it just did not. No, I didn't get any of those scent notes. I got like lipsticky lipstick, like an old lipstick. So I was really disappointed in that. Then I finished off my tub of Autumn Days. This was my blend, my custom. This is Red Delicious Apples, Earth, Oak Moss, Smoldering Wood, and Leaves type, which I was Bath and Body Works. You guys. Huh. This is gorgeous. This is a perfect fall October scent. This is when it's 60 degrees, sun is shining, you are walking through an apple orchard, leaves are on the ground. The apples are just ripe for the picking, so you could smell the scent of those apples, but it's not like a bitten apple. It is true apples, like, if you pick up a bushel of apples that have, just picked, that type of apple smell. It's a very earthy apple, and it's just sweet enough. And you guys, I didn't pick up there is a bit of a woody note, a little bit of a smoldery, smoky note to it, but it's subtle. It's just, It's just enough to pull that outdoor orchard scent on the, this will be a repurchase for me, absolutely 100%. I do have a small snap bar when I bought her the atmospheric sampler that she worked on with Sterling. My Autumn Days was in that sampler. So if you purchase that sampler, melt your Autumn Days now, because this is the perfect time of year for it. It's just, I love it. All right, the next one is a spiced pumpkin and patchouli. You guys, right here. Yeah. This, I love this. And I speak about this in my warmer tour. I got to have more of this. Not right now, but what I might do, not anytime soon, but I think I'm going to watch, because Beth does do customs. I may sign up for her customs list again. And what's nice when she does the customs is you could choose anything out of her catalog, of scents that she does, as well as blend your own. I kind of like that better, because then I can go in and get what I want or what I know I love. Instead of waiting for her to pour it or begging for it to be poured. Not that she's bad about doing that, because she really isn't. She's really good about pouring scents that you've asked for. This spice pumpkin patchouli, I can't even, it is so pretty. I warmed the rest of this souffle in my bed. This is her olive oil. I don't know if it makes a difference, but this is her olive oil wax. I don't know. I don't recall seeing that recently in her pre-orders. I don't know if she's still offering the olive oil. I liked it. So far, it's really working well for me. I did this in my bedroom and in my bathroom. Now, I'm going to put this out there now, because you'll see it tomorrow in my warmer video, and I only touched on it briefly. You know how I'm always complaining my bathroom really is a lousy place for wax. It's always hit or miss. Sometimes it'll perform well, sometimes it doesn't. In my video, you will see that my bathroom window was open. The window normally isn't open. Okay, it's too hot here in the summertime to open windows. You'll roast and melt with the humidity. Springtime, early spring, I will open a few windows. They don't stay open all day. I close them at night. And sometimes in the fall, if it's not too chilly out, if it's just perfect day, I'll open up some windows. Today was one of those days. But generally, so when you see the video, don't say, oh, Chris, it's because you got them out just an open window. No. That window's usually never, ever open. Okay? Rarely. The window was open and I could smell it. That's how good this worked. There was a breeze coming in the window. So on top of that, a cool breeze was actually coming over the wax, which would cool it down. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This scent is gorgeous. It is patchouli 100%. If you don't like patchouli, you're going to get patchouli. It was patchouli. Not quite dirty patchouli, like that hippie vibe patchouli, but a little bit. And it wasn't a super perfumey patchouli either. It was kind of a blend of both. But the pumpkin that's in here added the sweetness. So this is a very sweet, earthy patchouli. It's just so, so beautiful. It's beautiful. Maybe picking up a little cinnamon. sweet cinnamon, not red hot sugary, not red hot cinnamon like the hot tamale candies, not like that. But it's light. It's not it's not a heavy cinnamony scented. It's just adds a little bit of a spiciness, and patchouli's spicy. So this was it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And I'm sad because I have no more, but that's okay. I've got plenty of wax. I will definitely 100% get more of this at some point. Like I said, I do, if I sign, I may come to a point where if I see her offering a customs list again, sign up. I'm going to sign up and I'm going to ask her to put me at the end of the list. So, and then I can order more of the scents that I love, the Autumn Days, this one here, and there's a few others that I like as well. Okay, let's move on to Sassy Girl Aroma. I have this, I believe I got from Amanda Hamilton. It's one of my favorite scents from Sassy Girl. It's Fall Charlie Brown. I have since repurchased more of this, so I'm good on my It's Fall Charlie Brown. And I think I have a brittle too that I pulled. I'm going to melt some more on top of this. One of my favorite Sassy Girl scents. Did this in my room here. This is, oh shoot. See, I don't have my glasses in here, and this type is so small I can read it. This is apple pumpkin strudel and zucchini bread. Now, I have tried different zucchini breads from different vendors, and so far they've all been very nice. Sassy Girl Aroma zucchini bread is hands down my favorite zucchini bread scent. This gives the most beautiful sweet bread note, and then you've got this apple, the apple strudel. This is just a delicious, yummy bakery. Oh yeah, my mouth is watering smelling this. It smells fantastic. It's Fall Charlie Brown. If you like apples and you like that zucchini bread, and it's a creamy zucchini bread. It's not the one that can kind of pull like Fritos, because some of them can. This is creamy, sweet bread with the apple strudel. Unbelievable, you guys. Get yourself some It's Fall Charlie Brown. Just okay, let's talk about this one. The ghost with the most. All right. Yeah, you rarely hear me say anything bad about my Sassy Girl Aroma wax, because for me, out of all the vendors, and I think I've said this before, 98, 99% of the time, it's amazing. And again, this has nothing to do with Sassy Girl. This has to do with Chris's nose. Ghost with the most. This is sweet strawberry, blood red berries, midnight blooming jasmine, dark plum, green leaves, black musk, and nag champa. Did this in my bedroom and in my bathroom. And I'm still smelling it. I had to pull it out of my warmers. This, to my nose, again, you have to remember, scent is subjective. Whatever any of us who are out here doing videos, talking about, you know, how much we love something, or what we got, or what we liked and didn't like, or what we think it smelled like if it was bad, doesn't mean that you're going to smell that too. To my nose, this smelled like I had just painted the bathroom and bedroom. I smelled fresh, wet paint on the walls. That's what I picked up, and I can't get past it. I can't. I'm smelling it cold. I didn't smell it. When I smelled this wax on cold before I melted it, I got like sweet, very sweet nag champa. And now that I've identified when it warmed, what I've smelled, wet paint on the walls, that's what I'm smelling on cold. If you know what I'm talking about, if you think about when you've painted a room, there's a sweetness to the paint. You know it's paint, but it's sweet. That's what I got with this, and I didn't get past it. That's what this smelled like to me. And that's the Ghost with the most. Disappointing because the scent notes in here are stunning. But again, that's my experience with it. I like to point that out to people because I don't want people saying, oh, well, Chris said, or so-and-so said, or this said, you know, and then take that as gospel, because it's not. It's subjective. We can only give you an idea. You put together, you listen to everybody, what everybody says about a certain scent or whatever, and you kind of form your own judgment on, is this something I would like? Does that make sense? Just, you know, it's like when we do our Scentsy, when we get a new, like an LTO from Scentsy, a limited time offer, or limited time only. Listen to multiple consultants on YouTube giving their interpretation and kind of blend them all together to form your own opinion or your own thought. Is this something I want to order? That's all I'm saying, because, you know, everybody's nose is different. We're all different. We're all unique in our own way as far as, you know, how our scent receptors work and interpret a scent. Okay, next one up. Again, it's another Sassy Girl. Here's my 2%. Autumn in New York. You guys, this brittle screams everything that I love in wax. Not everything. Most everything that I love in the scent of wax. You know I love atmospheric scents, and atmospheric scents is probably my number one. I love atmospheric scents. So this one, figuring it should fit the bill, it was raining this day. It was dreary. It was cold and damp. The skies were gray. It was perfect day for autumn in New York. This is, again, my glasses are in the other room. I'm not going to get them. This is Soil, Wet Leaves, Branches, Autumn Leaves, Petrichor, Fallen Rain, Lavender, Oak Moss, Smoky Incense, and Cedar Leaf. Those are strong scents. This should have been a banger. I mean, a banger. On cold, it's a fantastic atmospheric scent. It's got a muskiness to it. Again, the bag's empty now, so there's not much scent left. I can't tell you what it smelled like on warm. I've got no opinion. I've got no thoughts on it, because literally smelled nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is from December of 23. I've never had an issue with the wax, Sassy Girl Aroma wax, being older and losing scent. It's never been an issue. I've melted plenty of 2023 and it's just fine. Stronger, if anything. I know I have Autumn Petrichor. I don't know. I have another one, but it's a new one. I may have bought this again. I don't know. She may have recently poured it. It might have been in one of my hauls. I don't remember. I've got to check. My laptop's all stored away here. I may have more. And if I do, it's just one brittle, because, yeah. You know what? I am going to take the time. I'm going to see if I have another one. Let me pull my laptop out. Literally, I got no scent, and let me just check my spreadsheet. I'm gonna check Cinnamon Woods real quick here too. Yeah, I've got no more Cinnamon Woods. Anyway, we're talking about Sassy Girl. I just, sure to check while I was here. Autumn in New York. I have one brittle that I purchased in September, that I received in September of 25. So, that being said, I will go ahead and at some point, maybe towards the end of October, early November, I'm going to melt the fresh pour and see if there's any difference. But as for this one, I can't say anything about it because I actually do not know, because really there was no scent. And I even left the house thinking, well, I didn't purposely leave the house. I was leaving the house. And I thought to myself when I was coming back home, I thought, let me see if I smell it when I walk in the house. Was I nose blind? No, I didn't smell it when I came home either. So sad, but it happens. No fault to the vendor. Because like I said, 98, 99% of the time, I've got zilch as far as issues with her wax performing. I mean, her wax is always, for me, phenomenal. That's why she's one of my favorites. Not only do I love her blends, I know I can get consistency. It's not hit or miss with her stuff. I get consistency time and time and time again. So, therefore, anyway, no shade. This one here, Five Little Pumpkins. This is a new scent. I received this in July of 25. The reason I say received is because Sassy doesn't put pour dates on her labels. So when I received them, I put a sticker on them stating that's when I received it. So this was July. And this one is pumpkin pecan waffles, vanilla bean Noel, and sugar cookies. This was so pretty. Oh, I absolutely love this one. I did in my office because, again, more of a bakery scent. This was just a sweet, almost like confectioner's sugar, like powdery sweet. And you got that nice pumpkin note in there. The bakery from from that waffle. I in just creamy vanilla. It was just so pretty. There was no spice to it. It was just a pretty yummy scent. And yeah, that's Five Little Pumpkins. I absolutely loved it. And this is a new bar, and I had no issue with performance. Again, not a huge room, but, and how many brittles, or not brittles? I used one roll plus one cube. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would have been 2 in the heart warmer back here element, 2 at the warmer on my desk, which is a hot plate warmer from Julian Warmers, and back there 1 cube in the 20-watt Scentsy warmer. The room smelled fantastic. It smelled great. Okay, next up, L3. L3 has a lot of scents that are good for, spooky season, I guess we're calling this, right? And we can't get by without not melting Season of the Witch. But this is Season of the Witch. I have to read it this way. Season of the Witch, Palo Santo Wood Smoke. Season of the Witch is a basic scent, but fantastic. It is apples and leaves. Um, this has the addition of Palo Santo and wood smoke. These were 2 bunts I cut up and warmed in my living space. It was fantastic. I did not pick up Palo Santo or wood smoke on warm. It was just that apples and leaves. It was very earthy. It was great. It was a nice earthy, appley scent, perfect for October months. Yeah. Anyway, Season of the Witch, Palo Santo, and wood smoke. I have more of this. I actually have a lot more of it. Okay, now I said I was going to give this one another try because I had initially warmed it in my bathroom and got nothing. I says, okay, I got to be fair to the scent because my bathroom doesn't always work. So I decided to go ahead and melt this again, and I put it in my bedroom and again in the bathroom. And I don't know if that's Horcrux or Horcrux. I don't know. It's from Harry Potter. I didn't really get into the Harry Potter too much, so I think I saw the first 3. I decided one day, I thought, I'm going to try watching this Harry Potter that everybody's... It was good, but I think after watching 3 in a row, I got bored. So maybe I'll pick up on the next movie at some point. So this is Sensual Amber, Whipped Vanilla Patchouli, Pink Orchid, and Coconut Milk. Sounds amazing. And on cold, it is. It's pretty. You know, it's very creamy, sweet perfuming. It's beautiful. And you guys, I couldn't smell it in my bedroom either. I'm not gonna say couldn't. It was so very, very light. So light. It wasn't worth the melt. Yeah. It's pretty. It's beautiful. You get more of the perfumey patchouli in here. A little slight floral, a super creaminess to it, creamy sweet. This, I'm assuming, from this the whipped vanilla and the coconut milk. The amber wasn't. Now again, amber's a tough scent. I mean, not tough, it's strong. All the notes pull a beautiful perfumey note here. It didn't perform. It just didn't. And I'm sad about it, but it didn't. I gave it a valiant effort. You know, my bedroom is a very good warming spot for scent. Generally I don't have issues in there. If something's light in there, then it's usually going to be a light wax. It's gonna be a wax that throws light. Yeah. So this one, Horcrux, was a no. Then I did, these were little bougie bars, I think they're called, of Sanderson Sisters from L3. This is Smoke from the Black Flame Candle, Pumpkin Seeds, Oud, and Candy Corn. And this was fantastic. So good. I don't have more. I don't think. I'm going to check. Not that I'm going to buy more. I told you before, I won't be ordering from L3 for a very long time. I got L3 coming out my ears. Oh, let's see. Sanderson Sisters, where are you? Nope, I had 3 bougie bars. That's it. So, yeah. No more of this. That being said, It will be marked on my spreadsheet to repurchase at some point in my life. You know. Yeah, this was amazing. This was very fall sweet. This candy corn shined in here. The black flame candle was perfection. Now, to tell you why, it was subtle. It wasn't over the top. Black flame candle can be very, very, well, this is smoke from the black flame candle. Okay, so that being said, this is sweet. A little smoky, but sweet. A sweet smoky. Oud. Yes, there's oud there. That rich vanilla type, that rich woody, vanilla type woody note. Beautiful. Outdoorsy, but not in a earthy outdoorsy way. It just gave you, it gave you vibes. When we talk about wax and atmospheric and outdoorsy, it's all like conceptual, what we think it would be like, you know. We were just at, my boyfriend and I, we took a trip out to Letchworth State Park yesterday, which is, it's like an hour and 20 minutes away. It's not far. If you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. The beauty is, God, I'm just picturing how it was yesterday. It was just beautiful. It turned out it was a nasty day for it. Today was the perfect day for it because there wasn't a cloud in the sky today. Sunshine. It's about 65, 68. It was perfect day for it because in order to get the beauty of those autumn leaves, you need the sunshine to cast its golden glow so they really pop and throw their colors. It was cloudy. It was overcast. It was a little drizzly at times. So everything was, the colors were muted. But nonetheless, leaves everywhere. And as we were walking and hiking the trails along the gorge there, it was like, just smelling it. And I'm like, okay, this is fall. This is dirty leaves and wetness. However, I don't have a wax that smells like that. I have wax that smells like, supposed to smell like leaves and autumn air and trees. It's conceptual. That's what I'm trying. This is why sometimes it's so hard to describe scents that give off outdoorsiness or fall feels, right? Because it's not literally walking outside in the wet leaves. Rambling again. So this again. All right. Sweet. Very sweet from that candy corn. A sweet smoky scent. Think Bonfire Beach from Scentsy. If you've ever smelled it around the campfire, it's sweet. It's not dirty smoke. Sweet smoke. It's just a pretty fall scent. It's sweet, it's smoky, it's a little hint of a pumpkin in the background, but yeah, beautiful. All that chatting for what? Sanderson Sisters. I will definitely 100% repurchase this scent again in the distant, very distant future. Okay, that being said, let's talk about this one since we just talked about smoke from the black flame candle again. This one here I did in my bedroom and my bathroom. It performed in the bathroom and it performed in my bedroom, but I was worried what I was going to smell like. And that's Witch Bitch. Okay. This is Palo Santo, a hint of books, smoke from the black flame candle, and a touch of sweet vanilla. I was worried when I went out that somebody was going to think I was at a fire. That's what this smells like. Now, I know I've talked about this before. I like fiery ember scents. I really do. I love them. And I love smoke. What I don't love is the smell of fire, smoke, embers, and however you want to describe those things, that smells like a house burned down or a building. I know you know what I'm talking about. At some point in your life, you must have walked past a building that is recently burned down. That's what I'm talking about when I use that expression, not houses on fire or house burned down. That's what I'm trying to say. This one smelled like house on fire or burnt down. Yeah, like I'm thinking, I hope my clothes don't smell like I picked them up at a fire sale, right? This one it was too much. All I got was, there's fire. And when that's all I get from a scent is there's fire, I don't like it because I just don't. That's what I got here. Not campfire. No, a fire, yeah. Not for me. I can't get past the scent. I thought, and I smelled it on cold, that fire, that fire note. But I thought, okay, but there's other scent notes in here, so maybe it'll balance it out. No. The smoke from the black flame candle must have been overpowered the Palo Santo, the sweet vanilla, yeah, the books, because I'm smelling a fire, and yeah. All I thought was, if somebody walked in my house today, they're automatically going to think, did you have a fire in your house? Because that's what it smells like. I know you know what I'm talking about when you've smelled something that was on fire. Yeah. This one wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. Okay, last but not least from L3. And this one was very good. And that is, I Put a Spell on You. This is cinnamon sugar, not spicy cinnamon, French baguettes, and our top secret bakery bomb blend. Guys, I'm going to tell you though, short-lived, because I'm melting it now and I don't smell it anymore. Woo! This is cookies. It is, I'm feeling like maybe a little zucchini bread. It is a sweet bread note. It is a flaky crust. Cinnamon sugar. So good. So good. I love this. Yeah. I'm over the moon with this. Disappointed because it was a short-lived scent. All right, look at that. Can I ever get through a warming video in a half an hour and not an hour? We're at 52 minutes. So we're going to wrap it up. Yeah. So that's what I melted. Like I said, it was an okay week. Wasn't fantastic. I'm hoping for a more exciting week, at least for me, next week. And yeah, so I have to start twirling in my head what I'm going. This is what I do. I plan ahead. I plan my melts a week at a time. I just think in my head, what can I melt? What can I melt? I watch other people's warming videos and I'm like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I got that. And that's how I kind of do it. I do have some stuff here that I did pull that I still have to melt. But yeah, so we'll see. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna melt for my Scentsy this week. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything spooky, but yeah. So that's what I got. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the time you take out of your day, your lives, your busy schedule. It means a lot to me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Helps my channel grow. And you all have a great day, great night, great week, weekend, whenever you happen to be watching. And we will chat again real soon. Bye-bye.